Oftentimes, you want to combine some decorative stitches together, and on the Husqvarna Viking Designer Epic, you have lots of options. So we're going to start with opening up a program or an empty memory. So if nothing shows up here, that means that you're in the memory and it's waiting for stitches to appear. So as you touch them, they'll start to form in a row, and you can see that you've quickly added 3 stitches. If you wanted to delete the last one, the trash can is right there. If it's highlighted blue, that means that that's the one selected. So if that means that you wanted to do some adjustments for length or width to that stitch, just highlight it and change it, and you'll see exactly how it's going to stitch out. You also have the ability to mirror image. So if you want to flip-flop it left to right or up and down, or even decide to insert that back at the beginning, you can pick that same stitch. Now you have one above and one below. When you're ready to stitch, go ahead and touch OK, and you'll see that the pattern will start to form, and then it repeats. So if you do push the stop button on the front of the machine, that means it's going to do one repeat, and when you start to sew, it will stop at the end of that last pattern. It also gives us how long that pattern is. So right now, those 4 stitches equal 63 millimeters. Now right down here, you've got a place on your measuring tool to determine what 63 millimeters means if you're not familiar with that. If you go into program, again, you can come back here and not change it. I didn't save it, so let me just see if it goes back out here. If you want, let's go ahead and save it, and then we'll know that we can get back to it. So down at the bottom of the screen, there's a pink circle with a heart and a cloud. That will allow you to save it. So it is going to save it to your cloud, which is really another name for your memory. If you are connected to My SewNet, then that does back it up there as well. Now it is going to give you just a generic name of new stitch.sh7, and so you could go ahead and give it a name if you wish. So we'll just call it, sometimes I just give it a single letter like an A, so just so I know that that was the first one that I was playing with, or even add the word test if it's not something I know I'm going to keep. That's sometimes what I'll do. So I can go ahead and I can also make a folder. So if I want to do like my stitches, and then that way they don't go in with all my other embroidery stitches. That's one way. And also too, if you wanted it to show up at the top of your list, put a number 1 in front, and then that way it will be ordered in the at the top of your list. Numbers come before letters. So touch and hold, then I'm going to save the stitch, and I called it A and test. Okay, so let's say we turn the machine off, or we go back to regular stitching, and I want to retrieve that design that I've made. Go to the little fly-out flag here with the heart. So you always select it from above and save it down below. And so here on my list, I see my folder I made that says 1, my stitches, touch and hold. And now I'll see it. Now it's just giving me this little generic icon, so if I want to see that particular little image of what I might have had in there, I can touch and hold it and retrieve it. So that's how easy it is to make. If I want to delete it, that's the delete right there. Yes or no, okay, I'll just empty that out. So if I want to program something else, remember you can put in letters, you can put in with decorative stitches. It's really infinite how many different ways that you can do. So if I want to do more, save it there, touch and hold if you want it to go stay organized in your cloud. Again, if you want to give it a new name, or just touch OK, those stitches in that combination are now saved. So play around. There's some stitches here that when you combine them and change them or mirror image them, you almost create a whole new stitch. So once again, always recommend that you stitch out your decorative stitches, and you'll have a little bit more familiarity of what stitches you actually have in your machine and what you can do with them and what they look like just stitched out in a simple row. But have some fun programming those in, and we'll do a separate video on how to program in letters.